So today we'll be focusing on how as a print company, you can build the multi-channel commerce experience for B2All. And here I'm also happy to share that we have exciting speakers. I wanted to introduce also speakers. So we have Peter from Owl Stamp Visual Solutions. We also have Francia from FT Consulting. And we have Sandeep, who is my colleague at OnPrintShop. And this is me. So again, thanks a lot for all the speakers sparing valuable time today. So before beginning, I would just like to share the agenda of the session so we remain in the sync. We will share what are the industry trends, why we need to consider B2All segment and not only one particular segment. And if you really want to serve B2All segments, then what are the challenges faced by the print companies? And that is where the OwlStem Peter would share that how OwlStem, which is an amazing 100 years old company, have grown into multi-sales segment and how they created the B2All experience. And then Sandeep would give you an overview how OnPrintShop have helped customers offering B2All sales channel and the storefront examples. And then Francia would give you the live examples of some of the storefronts which they have implemented and helped some of OnPrintShop customers. So first of all, let's understand what are the B2All sales channel. Like in COVID, like a lot of our customers who were commercial printers shared that they were only into B2B. They were only doing sales for major B2B. They were never in B2C. But as soon as pandemic started, the B2B orders were down. And that's where they realized that a one sales channel will be always limited for growth. So they thought of growing into B2C sales channel. And some of our customers even grown into resellers channel. And that's how they increase the sales channels. And that's what we call it a B2All. So you're not only serving B2B, but you are serving B2All. So that could be B2B, B2C, reseller customers, or even walk-in customers, even external marketplaces. So now if you really want to create the B2All experience, you also need to have the right processes and the right technology platform. Like here, the data is from the McKinsey. Now how the sales channel is evolving. So they are saying like in 2016, the B2B customers were ordering with print vendors or any vendors only with limited channels. So either they were ordering by email, in-person, phone, or e-procurement portal. In 2019, it has increased to 7.5. So if you're only offering one channel of B2B customers or ordering, then today you have to consider more sales channels. And now in December 21, they are saying 10 channels. So customer would like to order with you either by email, in person, as well as website, even mobile app, and a lot of other platforms are emerging. So you should not only offer one type of ordering, but customers are demanding hybrid ordering. So they also want to order online. Sometimes they also want to order via email, and they also want to order in person. And the biggest challenge print company face in order to manage these multiple channels is like they have to manage into multiple platforms. So we come across with a lot of customers, they share that we started with one sales channel like B2C, we had to invest in one platform. Then we got into B2B, we had to invest in another web to print platform. Then we acquired one large B2B customer. They demanded something like connections with ERP or punch out and SSO. So our existing web to print did not support. So we started with the third web to print. So today, the research says in USA, 70% of print companies have already invested in one or other online platform. So they already have some kind of web to print platform, we can call it, either platform like OnPrintShop or could be something else, or they might have developed something in-house. And out of that, 28% still use 2 to 4 different web to prints. And out of that, 11.7% use 5 to 7 different web to print applications. Some of large commercial printers, when we ask them how many web to print they use, they go up to 5 to 7. And when we say why, because they are into multi-sales channel and they could not find one solution which can help offer B2All experience. So end of the day, when they are into a starting phase, the platform works really well. But when they start growing, when they add more sales channel, when they add more print segment, that's where they have to invest into multiple platform, and that becomes bottleneck because their team have to manage multiple backends, data. Even the data has to flow into their third-party platform for productions, MI, CRP. So there are major challenges. So their multiple platform over the time becomes bottleneck. So their team gets frustrated because they have to use multiple platforms. Even that customers, the end customers who is ordering, also their experience is impacted. So what are the major B2All challenges? If you really want to serve B2All challenges, what are the challenges you would face in terms of technology? So the very first thing is like, if you're using already a web to print system, managing the unique B2B needs is a challenge. So you might have one platform which you have invested, but then when customer demands something unique, it's very challenging in terms of offering them those unique ordering needs. Like we had one customer, they already had 4 different web to print applications, but then the new customer came and they demanded some integrations as well as the unique type of ordering, where they were a franchisee chain, a restaurant franchisee chain, which had 800 plus locations in United States. Now they wanted a unique ordering and security processes at the time of ordering, which they could not offer. So in spite of having 4 different web to print applications, and that's where they connected to us. We understood it. We created a complete customized platform for them. So they were verge of losing a multi-million-dollar customer. And today, not only that, they acquired 12 new multi-million-dollar franchisee using the same framework. So you need to have a platform which gives you a flexibility to understand and cater unique B2B needs, because every B2B processes are different and depending on their size. So sometimes you have a small B2B who are single user ordering versus you have large B2B who has multiple locations and hundreds of employees. So their ordering process could be different. Second challenge is flexibility and customizations and integrating the third party platform. Now, majority of print companies use multiple platforms, as I mentioned, some of the platform like web to print, and in the backend, they might be using MIS, workflow, accounting platforms. And the major challenge they face is integrating them. So they have one platform integrated properly, the other platform is not able to integrate properly. And that is the reason in their existing web to print system, they are not able to serve all the customers. So when we ask them how many customers are using web to print, they always say like there are only handful customers or maybe 10%, 20% customers, because they do not have end-to-end automation. So they have multiple channels adding the orders into their production. Third challenge they are facing is outdated W2P technology and UI UX. And this is majorly for web to prints which are only focused on B2B. Now today B2C and B2B experience is the same, because even your B2B customers are individual customers of Amazon. So they are experienced with the Amazon experience in terms of they're ordering on Amazon as an individual user. And now they are part of the B2B customer as an employee and ordering on your platform with an outdated UI UX. So they are comparing the UI UX with Amazon. So you should not say, okay, only B2C and B2B, but B2All experience, you need to have the modern UI UX. So you need to offer the modern customer experience and the best post-purchase experience to increase the repeat sales. The fourth challenge they are mentioning, like because they are not utilizing web to print properly, is it's too complex. It requires a programming skills, or it takes hours to set up the product, and it takes hours to build a B2B storefronts. And that's where they face challenges, and they always have handful customers who demand web to print applications. All other customers they manage maybe via email, phone, or in person, or salespeople, and that's where their majority time goes. Like I was asking to one customer, like, why are you not offering small quantities? They were large commercial printer. They mentioned like, because when we get a small request, it goes in multiple people's hand, and when we give them the quote for small item, it has already touched 3 to 4 key people. So that cost is like $250 to $300, because everybody's spending some amount of time giving the quote and understanding the needs. So then we have to turn down those small orders. So those small orders, they are not able to fulfill. They only serve maybe large orders via web to print. And the fifth is lack of support from the provider. So in terms of support means, for printers, for any printers who are using like millions of dollars equipments, web to print technology is a fraction of cost. So they can easily invest into a web to print because they always have this good equipments. But the only thing is they are not able to implement because they don't get support which is required in the initial phase. So initial phase they require in terms of setting things up, understanding how web to print could be beneficial, and somebody to guide them like how their unique processes or how their customer ordering process can be automated with the platform. So if you're able to solve these challenges, then B2All experience is very easy. So then only you can serve the B2All customers. So let us invite now Peter to share how Allstamp, a 100-year-old company, have grown into multi-print segment. At the same time, they were also able to serve B2All customers and offering them personalized experience. So I'm very happy to invite Peter. So the stage is yours, and you can share your views.
Thank you, Nimish. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Happy to be here and share a little bit of our experience. I probably need to start a little bit from the beginning here to tell you a little bit about where I started off with this company and where we are today, because it definitely impacts the way the B2All that we're trying to implement, is affected. So I took over Owl Stamp Company in 2002. At the time, it was a very small company. We actually manufacture rubber stamps, and at that time there was just one part-time person making rubber stamps. Since that time, when I took over, we started to add additional product lines. One of the things that I realized going to trade shows was the graphics industry was going to be sort of consolidating, and products. People will be diversifying into different product lines. So that's what we started to do. So over the past 15 years or so, we've become a full service commercial printer. We've become a full service sign company. We're a full service engraving and awards company, in addition to do rubber stamps. So we have quite a diverse product line and quite a diverse customer base. And that's nice to have, but like Nimish is talking about, there's a lot of challenges associated with reaching those various customer groups, and also being able to, provide all these different product lines. So over the years, our goals have been trying to, as we've diversified our product offerings, we've been trying to consolidate, and which at the time I didn't realize was a good name for it, but this whole B2All strategy. So we've had previous web providers for our web to print, and as you could probably imagine, having trying to be able to sell print on one side, and then rubber stamps or signs or other things on the other side, pretty challenging. So we went through a few iterations of that, and a lot of things that Nimesh talked about as far as the technology, having the support, having the flexibility. Those are things that were really hurting us up to a few years ago. We did not have the ability to customize, to integrate, to do those types of things. So most important to us when we went to look for another provider was to be able to address some of these, issues. We're a small company. We don't have a dedicated IT staff or web development staff to go and do all this work. So it was important to us to find a provider that would be able to help us with these solutions. So, in respect to B2All, we're in the process of trying to implement this. And I think that's one thing I could say about it, is it's not something that you start off with and it's going to be today, hey, let's do B2All, and then 6 months from now we're done doing B2All. It's it's a continuous process. It's continuous development. For us, we are developing those different channels, using OnPrintShop as the basis for a lot of it. So, for example, like Nimish was talking about, so we have basically an end user consumer website, that anybody can go on there and order various things, and we continue to build that out as time allows. But we focused on a couple of different channels that are most beneficial to us at the moment, and that's the B2B, and then also the B2 reseller type situation. So we have multiple B2B web stores, and again, like Nimesh talked about, some of them have specific requirements. So we have customers that have multiple locations, that have people ordering from those different locations, but there's a centralized purchasing office for those companies, and they'll require certain order approval process. So we sometimes have to customize the ordering process for the different organizations. That some situations they might just order and anybody can order anything. Other situations, somebody orders something and it has to get approved by the central office. So we're able to, using the platform, be able to create those custom processes to satisfy those customers. And not only does it make it more efficient for us to produce the work because of the way the orders are coming in, it also helps us build that loyalty and integration with those customers so that they're going to be with us for the long term. So on the one of the third channels there is the reseller. So we do have a pretty substantial wholesale business where we, service other printers or other companies or independent dealers that, resell our products. So our big challenge right now is we are developing a separate site for those resellers to be able to order directly, through the platform and get their customized pricing, get their blind shipping, to get all their make that easier for them, because we're selling to resellers at a discount, so we don't have a lot of time to hold hands and do things like that. And like Nimesh was talking about that one example, where having 3 or 4 people touch something makes it quite expensive and not profitable. So by creating the platform for our resellers to be able to order directly on there, they're able to be more efficient and be able to be more profitable because they're spending less time, and same for us. So it works out in a good way. So it kind of streamlines the whole process of getting those orders. So, we use all the other again, the B2All using, email, we go to trade shows. We're also, full service commercial printer, direct mail house. So, we use those different marketing techniques, multi-channel marketing, because that's what you need these days. People consume information in different ways. Some people, it's nice, someone to get an email and then they also get a direct mail piece, kind of put your face in front of them a couple of times, and those are the different ways that we try to engage customers to learn more about us and become part of what we're trying to do. Our other challenge right now, and again, Nimesh talked about that. So that's kind of like the front end of dealing with customers and customer interactions and sales process and marketing, is on the production end of things. So, our biggest challenge right now is, because we have these different areas and these completely different product lines that we're working on, is starting to try to integrate some of those operations with, with our not only our web platform, but also our internal, enterprise resource planning, our ERP system. So I think Nimesh might have mentioned that too on there, just about some integrating different things, and that's definitely part of the B2All strategy that we're trying to implement, because we do have big customers that have their own procurement systems, and being able to potentially integrate those with our platform, again, reduces those touches, increases the efficiency. And then on the back end, being able to start feeding that stuff into the production workflows, to make it a little more efficient there. That's what we're working on right now. So kind of like I said before, the B2All thing is kind of an all continuous process, almost like a continuous improvement type process, where you're, bringing in customers, trying to implement them into your workflows, implementing you into their workflows, and creating an ecosystem that supports the mutual benefit of you and your customers. So that's kind of been our experience and what we're continually trying to do. It's not necessarily easy, but having the right, right platform and, the right partners to help you implement these strategies is important, is probably the key thing, and again, depending on the size of your company and what you're dealing with. Again, we're a small company, so we don't have the dedicated staff to just focus completely on that. So having resources to do that is, key to our ability to implement. That's kind of, I think, our story.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing an amazing story. And the biggest thing what I heard from the story was like how we evolved over the time. It wasn't like focusing on one strategy. So the biggest, I guess, the shift which you have made as an organization is like adaptability. How you have taken the organic growth and not only sticking with one particular process. And that's what the B2All experience is. And thanks a lot. Now I would like to invite Sandeep to continue the sessions and share some more insights, as well as showcase some OnPrintShop capabilities.
Sure. Thank you, Nimesh, and thank you, Peter. And thanks a lot for sharing your experiences and even how you share the organic web growth has increased, serving the B2All experience. Now, working with the 1,000+ printers globally, we have understood there are typically three major B2All ordering needs. One is the print on demand. The next is the stock products along with the fulfillment. And third is the custom quote or the request for quotation request. Where OnPrintShop over here in our platform, we have seen that there are typically three types of major clients that are being served. So the type one are the single retail SME customers. Because as Nami shared, the major challenge when we talk with even the printers that they share are that setting up the corporate templates in a web to print is very challenging and it's not profitable for setting up for smaller products too. So that is where the type one, the retail SME customers can be served using the public website itself, where you can have the brand specific templates that can be assigned to the unique user, or even there's some multiple users from the small organization that can be entered to. So they are easily able to order and reorder in the public and even personalize the templates too using the same portal. And as even Peter shared about, we even have the option for the resellers too. So you even want to offer the reseller special pricing. You are even able to create the groups and add it using the same public storefront too. Then comes the type two. So when you are serving the medium to large organizations where you have multiple locations and department, where you have as well organizations like the real estate agencies, the financial institutions, the automobile companies or education or universities, you are able to use it using the standard platform itself, where if they even have some specific authentication need with the CRM, ERP, like the single sign-on or Okta, you are even able to integrate those two. And then typically the type three type of ordering needs or the customers for the franchisee network. So when some corporates have very unique needs, which off-the-shelf platform doesn't fit in, where we are able to quickly customize the same, where we have the flexibility in our platform to customize and even integrate the third-party multiple technologies too. Where even some there we have integrated with some of the punch-out technologies with their ERP and other platforms too. We are able to get on the catalog and even have the order approval and processes managed too. And the best part is right now we have this ready platform. So we're able to quickly go to the market and you are able to flexibly customize some unique needs that you are having to. And now I wanted to share how the challenges that we shared for the B2Bs, how you are able to overcome them using the OnPrintShop solution, offering the B2All experience. So as I shared, the first thing, many of the customers, they fear that yes, it would take time creating an online storefront for the smaller B2B customers. So that is where the main public website, you are even able to offer to your B2C or walk-in customers, even an offline order management for the walk-in or call orders too, or email calls orders can be managed over there. If there are even the physical store branches, you can have a POS system or similar one to manage the payments over there that can be managed. Even if you have some sales agent network, you want to empower them to sell, you are even able to use it using the same platform. And as I mentioned, the main part for the smaller B2B customers and the resellers, you can offer branded templates and pricing using the same public storefront. And then when you have the larger corporate customers, medium organizations or large organization or franchisee, you can have them the dedicated private storefronts that they can be managed for the rule-based specific templates or ordering approval rules that can be managed. And then the best part is they even have a corporate admin. So they would be even able to manage their own reports and the template digital assets can be managed using the single platform itself. And we already have several integrations. So you can have supplier integrations available to fetching the products, pricings to and submitting the orders, the suppliers. And you even have already ready integrations for the workflow, MIS, the accounting system, pre-flight system, marketing, even hundreds of shipping and payment gateways are available. And the best part is we are flexible enough. So if you have some ready APIs or if you have some another platform that you want to integrate, we are happy enough to integrate those two. How our customers are managing using the first part as I shared. So for example, you want to have this retail storefront, this one of our customer Tank Prints. They cater to small B2B customers. And what they have done is they have created those specific products and templates for those specific sales force or their organizations. So it makes it easier for them to directly select the products, template, and personalize online. Example, I'm just selecting Amway. So here the Amway business cards products pricings are there, and these are the personalized and designs available too. So customers are able to select the ones that they like it. So they have the multiple options to choose, and then they are able to personalize those templates directly over here. So the brand integrity that they're having would even remain as it is. They just need to make the basic changes and they're able to proceed next to place the order. So we are making life easier for those small B2B Salesforce agents to utilize the platform. And then as I shared, even if you want to serve some reseller customers too, for example, this is another one of our client Firesprint. They only serve trade only wholesale printer. So they are not available for the retail. So that is how they are managing using the same website. The pricings are logged. Only once you're logged in, join in, they are able to showcase the unique pricings to you. So this is how the basic platform serves it. And then, example, you want to have the B2All experience or having the B2C, the B2B, the resellers, you are able to have it in a single platform. For example, this is one of our sample store, having the multiple varied print products, wide format, promotions, labels and stickers, packaging, marketing materials, able to offer the same. And then here I'm just showing the branded portals too. So once I'm customer is logged in that portfolio section, they're able to see the personalized template that have been just assigned to him. In the pricing can be personalized too. So they can just quickly review some of the specific personalization that they're doing and directly be placing the order. So this is how you are able to retain the customer loyalty and then have the increased repeat sales for the customer with the quick ordering too. Now I would be handing it over to Francia. So she's just giving an introduction. She is a consultant who have been helping many print companies, including OnPrintShop clients, with the web to print, even the ERP and MIS successful implementation. And she would be actually showing you some of the corporate implementations that she had already done using the OnPrintShop platform. So yes, Francia, I would be now handing it over to you.
Good morning, Sandeep. Thank you for your introduction and thank everyone for your time. Let me just share my screen here. So I will showcase two different storefronts that I have worked on. And the first one, I would like to present a little bit of the challenges that each of the clients came to for Cockrell Innovation, formerly Cockrell Innovation, now Color Art. I helped build this storefront for Children's Lighthouse, which is a school franchise in the south of the US. So they came to Cockrell with a challenge to have everything centralized and keep their marketing cohesive, have all of their products on the same material, the same size, so that every school was branded the same way and they followed branding guidelines. So this one was pretty straightforward to build because they didn't have a lot of specifications regarding access roles, how they paid. Everything is paid through a credit card, and every school has their own account that they can where they can access the store from. One of the things that they wanted was to order everything by brand. So they have this 4 different brands. Their Children's Lighthouse, everything is branded that way. So with OnPrint, you have the ability to choose how you want your store set up for B2B customers. So they wanted everything in the header and they wanted the user experience to be very easy and user-friendly for all of the franchisees. They wanted to have the drop downs this way, which OnPrint allows you to do, and select how you want everything organized. And for this specific customer, they had 3 different types of products. So the first was static print on demand, and they have a really cool feature in which the same product can list different sizing, which was something that Cockrell didn't have in their former storefront or ERP. You would have to list everything as a different product. So for this one in particular, people can order just one poster or the bundle or the large one. So it allows you to add sizing and add templates to every sizing. And you just select your template and check out. It's very easy, and customers really have loved the transition into this new system because they don't have to go back and forth adding different products. They can just select their size, select their paper type. Everything is straightforward. It shows you shipping costs. So they're really charmed by what the new storefront looks like and how everything is organized. They also have editable print-on-demand products, so they're able to add their own information. And this is something that the corporate liked, because you can format things the same way every school has the products formatted with their school name, address, and it is, you have the ability to format things and have alignment rules and stuff like that. And the designer studio is pretty straightforward and user-friendly. So that's another added plus. And then finally, they have inventory products. So that's another great feature that OnPrint offers. You're able to have stock management from the same backend, and you're able to just add stock, change thumbnails, and it tells you exactly from what order it was deducted. So it's very good at stock management keeping. If there's customers that have products that are pre-produced and you're just housing in your warehouse and then just, drop shipping orders and everything. And this one didn't use a lot of approval rules. Every school orders what they need, they replenish, they check out using a credit card. And then we have another customer, Billingsley, which was a little bit more complex. They are a property company, so they came to us with a challenge for their residential properties. They needed everything to be centralized, but they wanted to separate it by property, because each property has their own leasing manager, their own leasing coordinator. So they needed to give different access to different people, and also different pay-on limits and budgets for every property, which is something great that OnPrint offers, because you're able to do everything on a user and product level, such as approval rules and budgets for everyone. So say Wallace and Baker, for example, has a 5,000 monthly budget, as opposed to Boathouse, which just has a 2,000 monthly budget. So you're able to edit that very quickly, and it's very accessible. And you can separate everything by department, in this case by property. So you're able to give everyone different access and access roles. And corporate, of course, is able to view everything, but say the listing manager for Sloan Street can only see the Sloan Street part of it, and only the Sloan Street products. And it's every property has the same products. They're able to check out the brochures, or just their business cards or envelopes and stuff like that. And the payment method for this was a PO, so you had to integrate that. And then another great feature for OnPrint is the approval rules. So every order has to be approved by corporate, because of budgets and making sure that, names are spelled correctly if they're ordering a business card. So for Billingsley, we did use a lot of the features that OnPrint offers, the approval rules, the budgets, and also a very cool one that is default shipping and billing. Every property has its own bill to PO box. So you are able to set that and not allow customers to edit that, so that everything is billed correctly and shipped correctly. So shipped to an attention to person. So you're able to do that, or you're able to keep it open and customers can enter their own billing and shipping information. So OnPrint has been very great at offering all of these features, even when we have requested special things. Like before we had this customer, they wanted to be able to log in and log out and just look at all of the department. Before, they couldn't do that before, so they had to log out and then log back in and select the department. But OnPrint integrated these features in which you just go to the drop down and select the property. So they have been great at working closely with all the customers and able to cater everything to every of their needs. And another great feature, as Sandeep was mentioning, was the backend access. You, as an admin, you have access to all of your stores. You have full control of what you are uploading, how you're maintaining everything, as far as the headers, the templates that you're uploading, whether that's on season, off season, you can turn off products and turn them back on. And then it also offers, which is a feature that all of the clients love, a backend for each store. So corporate, is able to log in and view their dashboard for that specific store. So they're able to see who ordered what products are turned on if they need anything to be turned off, what customers have logged in. You're able to see how much of their budget they have used. You're able to keep everything in one place and be able to approve orders, modify orders if that's what they're needing, be able to increase or decrease the pay on limit. So that's a great feature, the backend access. Now customers want to be in control of their franchisees or their properties more than ever. So that's a very useful feature. And as an admin myself, I am able to control what access the clients need for their backend admin. So you can give them access to reports, to products, to customers, or they're just able to view orders. The marketing team might just need access to the store personalization. So that's something that's super customizable for everyone. And it's been a great experience. And I think all of the customers have loved the very modern and very straightforward interface. You're able to organize everything how you like. You have access to changing headers, footers, content pages, products, thumbnails. It's very user-friendly, and you don't spend a long time trying to set up a store or maintain something or swap an art or something. So we've had a very positive feedback on the new storefronts and the new interface and access that everyone has.
So again, thanks a lot, everyone. And I would like to invite everyone to connect to us at www.onprintshop.com, and we would be more than happy to understand your unique processes, your goals more in detail, and then share how you can create B2All experience with OnPrintShop or any other technology. End of the day, our goal is to help our customers to grow. And once again, thanks everyone. Thanks Pransya, Peter, Sandeep for your valuable time and for all the attendees. Bye-bye.